Hey, what's up everybody, this is GalacticJerry, and today I'm bringing you another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi Battle. This time I am bringing again the alien team from last episode, because I didn't get a chance to try out my Solrock, so this match I actually do get to use them. But this time it is against a fellow subscriber slash watcher. He goes by the name of Jesse, and he's bringing a Nidoking, a Shaymin, a Volcarona, a Rotom-W, Gardevoir, and a Scrafty. And of course, over at my team, I'm bringing the same alien team from last episode. Like I said, Solrock, Lunatone, Beheeyem, I think that's what it's called. I always forget. And Jirachi, Starmie, and the Clefable. So let's go ahead and press play on this thing and see how it goes. So I lead off with my Solrock, you know, because I need to use my Solrock. So yeah, I lead off with my Solrock. And my opponent leads off with the Scrafty, and the Scrafty right off the bat goes with the Dragon Dance. Oh no. Well, luckily for me, I went with the Will-O-Wisp, so that way this attacks won't do much. But of course, the Will-O-Wisp misses, and my opponent decides to switch out the Scrafty. Maybe, of course, didn't want his Scrafty to get burned. But then I go with another Will-O-Wisp because I really wanted to burn that Scrafty, but of course it misses twice in a row. So I just switch out because I would say it's predicting he was going to go for a grass type move, which my Solrock will not be able to resist it. So yeah, he does go with the Sea Flare. My Jirachi is able to avoid the attack, and meanwhile I go with the Thunder Wave, but my opponent switches out into the Volcarona. So that's good because at least this Volcarona won't be able to outspeed any of my Pokemon if it decides to use Quiver Dance. So you know, I'm not too worried about that part at least. So I switched back into my Solrock, expecting he was gonna go for a Fire type move, which he does. In my my Teletubby Sun or Solrock is able to resist it pretty well. I'm able to recover a little more with the leftovers, and of course I'm going to stay in battle because my Solrock has Rock Slide, which is going to be 4 times super effective against the Volcarona, and it's able to take down the Volcarona as well. So luckily for me, I was able to get the paralysis against his Volcarona, so I'm able to recover a little more with the leftovers. And then my opponent switches out into the Shaymin again, and I was predicting he was going to go for another Sea Flare, so I decided to switch into my Jirachi because it should be able to take the hit pretty well. Unfortunately, the Sea Flare didn't miss that time, and my Jirachi is able to take the hit rather well for the most part. Of course, it has leftovers, so after that it didn't really take that much damage. So then my opponent goes with the Air Slash. I'm able to avoid the attack. I go with a Thunder Wave, so now it's time to start using Iron Head so I can start flinching this Pokemon, hopefully. So yeah, recover a little more with the leftovers. I go with the Iron Head, hoping to get a flinch, which I don't. So my opponent is able to take advantage of that and go with a Rest, which not only will cure its paralysis, but this Shaymin also has the natural cure ability, so every time it switches out, it cures itself from any status ailments like paralysis, sleep, burns, or anything like that. So yeah, switches out, cures itself, goes into Rotom, which should be able to resist any of my moves the Jirachi has. So I decided to switch out because I was expecting he was going to go for a, what do you call it? Yeah, Will-O-Wisp, there we go. So I go into my Clefable because I know the burn will not have any effect against my Clefable because it has the magic ability. So I decided to stay in battle. I go with the Calm Mind just to give me the special attack and special defense boost. And I know this Rotom is probably a special attack because I've never seen a physical attack in Rotom Wash before. So then the Rotom is faster. It goes with the Volt Switch. And meanwhile, I think I decide to attack that turn. Yeah, he bolt switches out into his Gardevoir. I go with the Moonlight. Good thing I went with the Moonlight because I think the bolt switch was a critical hit. I think I might have missed it. But yeah, I go with the Moonlight and I'm able to recover back to full health. My opponent's Gardevoir Mega Evolves. So So you know, at this point I was really hoping that his Gardevoir didn't have Side Shock, because I don't have any defense boost on that, and this Clefable. It goes with the Moon Blast. I'm able to take the hit pretty well. I go with my own Moon Blast, and it's able to do half. So the next Moon Blast should be enough to take down the Gardevoir. But instead, I think, what did I decide to do? I go for another Moon Blast. I think I just wanted to get rid of this Gardevoir, because Gardevoirs can be a problematic Pokemon to deal with. So my opponent switches back into the Shaymin, which cured itself from the sleep, woke himself up. It goes with Sea Flare. It's able to, I'm able to survive with 5 HP. I go with the Moonlight. Oh, that was a close one. But then I need to go for another Moonlight, so I can try to go be close to full health. Goes with the Air Slash. Doesn't flinch me. I take advantage of that. I go with the Moonlight. So at this point, I think I decide to start getting greedy and go with Calm Mind. But here comes the Air Slash. I think this one does flinch me. Yes, it flinches me. Okay, so at this point, you know, it can't flinch me twice in a row, can it? It can, but it's not likely, but it still happens. So, you know, here comes another Air Slash, and it doesn't flinch me. I go with the Moonlight instead. I should have just gone with the Flamethrower, trying to get rid of this Shaymin. But instead, I go with the, like I said, Moonlight, and then my opponent goes with the Sea Flare, which shouldn't do much damage because I am +1 in special defense right now. But look at that, it's able to get a critical hit. I go with the Calm Mind, and I'm not too sure if I'll be able to take another hit, another Sea Flare. So at this point I was really hoping the next Sea Flare was going to miss, but it doesn't. I think at that point in the battle I was wondering if that Shaymin had the Serene Grace ability. I know the other Shaymin has Serene Grace, but not this one. But it looked like it because of 2 flinches in a row. So then I switch out into my Jirachi. It flinches me again. So, you know, I was really wondering, does this Shaymin have Serene Grace? Because it was able to flinch me 3 times already. And I haven't been able to flinch my opponent with the Jirachi. Which actually it does have Serene Grace. But yeah, then I go with the Thunder Wave. I'm able to paralyze this Scrafty. So you know what? If he was able to get flinches with the Air Slash, even though it doesn't have Serene Grace or the Pokemon's not paralyzed. So then I go into my Beheeyem. He goes with the Drain Punch. I go with a Simple Beam because I was afraid that this Scrafty had the Shed Skin ability, which has a 30% chance of curing itself for any status ailment at the end of his turn. So you know, I don't want him to get cured from the what do you call it, the paralysis, because I know it has Dragon Dance, and I don't want this Scrafty to outspeed any of my Pokemon. So then I go into like Beheeyem, go with Simple Beam, and then it's able to take down my Beheeyem with a knockoff, and I switch back into my Solrock. What did I go with? I'm not sure what I went with. I went with the, okay, I used Reflect, but the Scrafty goes for a knockoff and still manages to get a critical hit. And so then I switch out into my Jirachi. I go with the Iron Head, hoping to get a flinch, but look at that, I'm not able to get a flinch. Scrafty goes for the knockoff. It's going to be super effective, knocks my leftovers out. I go with the Wish because this Scrafty is not flinching or getting the Parahax anytime soon. Goes with the knockoff again. I go with the Iron Head, hoping to get the flinch this time, but nope, no flinch there, and no Parahax either. So yeah, my Scrafty goes with another Drain Punch. She's able to recover a little more HP. My wish comes true, so I'm able to recover some damage. So I go with the Iron Head, and finally I get a flinch, but I didn't really need to get a flinch at that point. I kind of was hoping to get it earlier. But you know, at the moment my Clefable fainted, I knew my chances of winning the battle were slim, because I really needed that Clefable to deal with the Rotom right there and the Scrafty as well. So here comes the Rotom. I don't have anything against this Pokemon. He goes with the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to cut my attack in half. The Iron Head is not going to do anything because Water type resists Steel types and Electric type resists Steel types. So it's going to be able to take the hit like a champ. And on top of that, it has leftovers. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to touch this thing. So I think at this point I've pretty much lost this battle. So my opponent goes for Volt Switch into the Nidoking, which I had completely forgotten about, but it's like I said, I really needed my what do you call it, my Clefable. Can't believe it. The Sea Flare got a critical hit and that really killed my mojo. So I go with the Wish, so my next Pokemon can recover any HP just in case it takes any damage. But it goes with Earth Power, but my Lunatone has Levitate, so it's not going to be able to do anything. So then my opponent switches out into the Shaymin again, which at this point I hate it so much for doing what it did to my Clefable. So I go with the Rock Polish just to increase my speed by 2 stages. I go with the Psychic, which is not going to be able to do that much as I hoped, but it's able to do half. So at this point I was hoping the Sea Flare was going to be missed, so that way the next Psychic was going to be enough to take down the Shaymin. But unfortunately, you know, the Sea Flare doesn't miss, even though it has an 85% accuracy, just like the Will-O-Wisp has. And my Will-O-Wisp missed twice in a row, so that was kind of frustrating as well. So then I go into my Starmie, which I believe was my last Pokemon. I go with the Skull, hoping to get a burn, but of course it's not going to do anything. And my opponent goes with the Sea Flare again, and it doesn't miss. I was able to take down my Starmie. And then I go into my last Pokemon, Jirachi, which is not going to be able to do anything. My opponent goes with the Psychic. I'll be able to resist it because Psychic types resist Psychic types, Steel types resist Psychic types as well. I go with the Iron Head. Finally get a critical hit, but just what can I get a critical hit earlier in the battle when it really mattered? So yeah, here comes another Sea Flare. Of course, it doesn't miss again. It's almost able to take me down, but you know, the burn is going to take me down my Jirachi, unfortunately. I go with the Iron Head. At least I was able to take down the Shaymin. Yeah, but you know, like I said, the burn is going to take down my Jirachi. But even if I would have survived, I didn't have anything against the Rotom Wash or the Nidoking. But you know, overall, it was a good battle. I was able to use all of my 6 alien Pokemon for this particular battle. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the win because this Clefable couldn't get it together. But anyways, it was a fun battle. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you know, make sure to hit the like button and let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have any team suggestions for future Wi-Fi battles, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You know, the teams. And if you want, feel free to leave the EV spread in the moveset as well. Or if you have any Pokemon suggestions as to what I should use in future battles, feel free to leave them in the comment section below as well. And try to leave any team Pokemons like dinosaur teams or something like that, all birds, just so you should be pretty fun. But anyways, hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys, and I guess I'll catch you next time.